So before lockdown, I was living with my granddad. I worked full-time as a barista in a local coffee shop. Before lockdown started, my granddad moved out of his own house. He was always going to see my grandma. She lives in a nursing home. They said that he couldn't keep visiting, so he moved in there.
My life before the isolation and or lockdown was pretty regular. I was going to school and I was with my friends constantly, and my relationship with my parents was strained, but it wasn't difficult. And my parents are front/second liners. My mom is a radiologist and my dad is a manager in his hospital and a former ENT.
I haven't been able to see my mom all of quarantine because she's high risk, and I live in LA, so it's hard because I'm in a densely populated area. I live in an apartment building. While I may not show any symptoms or anything, just because I am younger, I have a stronger immune system. That doesn't mean I don't have anything. So I want to see my family. I want to take my sister out for coffee. I hope I can go see my family soon. I want things to go back to normal. I want to be able to celebrate my grandpa's birthday with him because he's turning 80 this year, so he's getting a lot older. We don't know if he's going to make it to the next one. So I want to celebrate it with him. I don't know if I'm going to be able to.
Yeah, so my birthday's coming up in just under 2 weeks. It's going to be weird not being able to see anybody unless things change. The best kind of present for that, for me, would be to spend the time with Rosie and also spend it with my family, because I've not ever spent a birthday without them, so it's going to be weird.
I basically told my mum how I was feeling about her boyfriend being here, the general vibe of the house and how it was making me feel, which was really scary. I actually sent her a text at 4 a.m. because I couldn't sleep. I was just thinking about it. I feel like I'm getting in the way of her and her partner's relationship, and I didn't actually tell her that I would move out because it's not good for me, but also it's not fair on her. I'm not wanting to give her an ultimatum or make her pick, but it's also not fair for me to just stay quiet. I don't really feel like it's gonna have much of a difference in the long run. It isn't the change I think I kind of wanted, but I feel like it's probably just another baby step.
So yesterday was kind of like a mad day. I ended up spending almost all of it on the phone to a reasonably new friend that I've met through online meetings for trans folk. That was really cool. We ended up just getting drunk together, having a laugh. I managed to connect with people in my community, and that's as much as we can do right now. And the fact that I'm making new friends while I'm in lockdown is pretty darn cool.
My boyfriend and I's 8 months is actually coming up. We've both been quarantining, so we're thinking of doing something because I feel like that would be special. Fun, it would give us something to do because we've both just been inside doing homework, playing Animal Crossing. There's really nothing else to do right now.
The other big thing is Arlo and I have really had a chance to work on a relationship. And anyone who's been with their partner a long period of time, we've been together, it's almost 4 years. There is a point in which you kind of stop communicating as much because you assume you know what the other person's thinking, and that's not always the case. Quite often I'm wrong. It's been a chance to for me to not try and assume what they're thinking and actually ask them and kind of work on it. I'm really content being at home with them at the moment and not actually looking forward to them going back to work.
But then also, on top of that, I had phone calls from my aunt because my granddad's not very well. I spoke to him a few days back and he said he had a water infection, but now I think it's got quite bad. So that's caused some worry, and I'm going out volunteering this morning, so I won't really be able to touch my phone.
Not seen anyone in 30 days. Had to go into quarantine because they thought I had the virus for a bit. It was really weird because they were like, don't go home to your family, and being estranged from them, I was like, I'm not going to do that anyway, because I think at the moment everyone I know is at home with their family, and there's at least that level of sanity and that consistency, whereas for me it's I don't know where my family are. Just having quite a traumatic childhood and having experiences that a lot of trans people have had, and just being kicked out by family, being neglected, kind of just feeling isolated anyway. It's quite hard.
I have been quite sad, realising that I'm probably not going to get a birthday this year. A proper birthday, anyway. And I understand that like other people have been in the same boat as well, and I know it's not just like a me thing, but it's still very hard to come to terms with like, it's just going to be me and Rosie just in this house on our own, and I'm not going to get to see my mum or my dad or anybody or the dogs, so that's going to be hard. And I can't even like go out and celebrate or see friends that are in like the area or anything like that.
So last night, lied on the couch for quite a while, and took me ages to get to sleep when I finally went up to bed, and all I could think of was just, I wish I had someone to cuddle with, to be honest. I don't even care about anything else, just like that warm human touch. I mean, not that I get any of that, like, anyway. It just reminded me of the last time I had something like that. That was a pleasant experience. So it makes me miss that a lot. It makes me think about what I do want, what I don't want. I mean, like, so I've been chatting to someone a lot. I kind of like them, but I think I only kind of like them because of the situation that we're in. I don't think I'd like them if we weren't in this whole situation. Like, I'd like them as a friend. It's weird, isn't it? Like, how you can decide that you do like someone or you don't like someone that you've only ever spoken to on the phone or, you know, on video chats or whatever. And I think, like, part of me is, like, straight away, like, this would never work. That, your personality, my personality, that would never work. But at the same time, it's just, like, they want to talk to me a lot. Like, literally the only person that does want to talk to me a lot. They're alone, I'm alone, we're all alone.
I miss my dogs a lot, and I miss my mum and my dad. But the more time I spend in isolation, the more it's given me a chance to kind of like think about certain things or like bring things up in my own mind, I guess. Yeah, it's been challenging to be in my brain. So one thing that just keeps being brought up in my brain is like my nan. Just like any moment that I get to kind of like have brain space or like have nothing to do or nothing else to think about, I just think about my nan, but obviously she's dead, so.
The main thing that I'm starting to really struggle with now is my tolerance for my mum's boyfriend. He's just the type of person I wouldn't actively put myself around if I hear something that I don't think is right or appropriate. I will say it. I will let people know that, you know, they're being racist or rude or ignorant or things like that. And that type of person is so mentally exhausting because I respect and value the fact that people have different opinions, but I try to always surround myself with people that not necessarily have exactly the same opinions as me, but are the same kind of like-mindedness. What they, like him and my mum, have taken to doing now is every time they say something that they know is inappropriate, they'll look at me and they'll be like, oh, sorry, Chloe. And it's just really draining. Like, constantly being pointed at as being someone who's sensitive and a snowflake in my own home is really hard. Yeah, I've been spending a lot of time in my room, a lot of time in the garden, kind of alone. I miss people that I can kind of really talk to and connect to. And I don't know, I miss friends. I miss people that understand my kind of way of life and my brain, and yeah, it's just exhausting, quite frankly.
Hello everybody, it is the day before my birthday, so it's my last like few hours being 21. I'm scared about being 22 and sad. I'm scared because I don't know what the next year will hold for me, and I'm also sad because this next year will be the first year that I would have been an age without my nan. Yeah. And I don't want that. I would quite like her to be in my 21, and for that not to change. But it will. And that's fine. It's gonna be hard. Kind of tomorrow not receiving a birthday present or a card from her. Yeah. Anyway, I got to see my family today, which was really nice, even though we were social distancing, kind of. I don't know, it kind of went out the window as soon as Rosie and I saw them, just because it's been so long. So we had a little pre-birthday party with them, which was really nice. Rosie and I baked a cake. I got to see the dogs, which was really nice, just to get like a cuddle from them both. Yeah, so got to see the dogs, got to see my family. It was quite nice. Tomorrow hopefully is going to be quite nice as well. Rosie's got things for me to do apparently.